I think I've always wanted to be a storyteller. I don't really know where it came from. I come from a family that aren't in the film industry, that aren't directors and writers, and I feel that it's kind of a blessing and a curse that I knew from a very early age that I wanted to do this job. It was born out of a unhealthy obsession with the X-Files. I was a huge fan. I run an X-Files website when I was growing up. Even younger than that, it was seeing Jurassic Park. I remember jumping on my auntie's knee, absolutely terrified of that T-Rex escaping, knowing full well that it wasn't real, but for that hour and a half, this fantasy was real. And I became sort of obsessed with that, about how they made that, how I could go into a darkened room and be absolutely transported to another world and escape. This is, I think, is where my obsession with Star Wars came from, because I remember very vividly seeing that, and it was the story of a farm boy that came from nothing that became a Jedi, you know, and for me, someone coming from, you know, I'll play the card, a working class family in a council estate in Manchester, you know, that really appealed. So I had this fascination with how these big blockbusters are made. So when I eventually was able to get hold of a camera, I started making short films with my mates, and that became my film school, really. I made countless short films. None of them are very good. Well, they're okay. As well as a lot of original stories, which are basically like mini X-Files episodes. We also made an hour-long Star Wars spoof based on the Phantom Menace and the slight disappointment that was. Sorry, George Lucas. And it was, you know, shot in a high school, and we made robots out of cardboard boxes, and we dressed up and we played lightsabers. We didn't have special effects. We didn't have any of the stuff that you can do these days with computers. It was just us with plastic lightsabers.
Whoa! Yeah. Stop! Look at it.
Yeah. Keep it still. Here's our good special effects. Look, the greenness on my face.
Oh, that is sad.
I know. Anyway, come on, sack it now. I've got to get off.
It was through making shorts and never quite being happy with how they looked in the end. I mean, I always wanted them to look like blockbusters, you know, like the films I was seeing on the screen. Like, why didn't they look like Jurassic Park? Why didn't they look like Star Wars? So I kind of obsessed with, every time I made a new short film, I tried to better the last one.
Make sure you can move the camera as well. Alvin, you know what you did for when we were dancing? Instead of shaking it like that. But you can walk around us like that.
Yeah, can I?
Yes.
Right,
Make sure the camera's stay still, we can't hear your footsteps.
And it's kind of funny that now I'm 10 years in to being a professional director, which is, you know, what I am. I've directed 5 feature films and 100 television commercials, that I'm sort of coming full circle back to making effectively a Star Wars fan film.